Hello, welcome back to Age and Flourish, where we talk everything concerning aging and lifestyle. My name is Mama Uju. Today, there is an interesting topic that I would love to share with you, and that is why men die sooner after the death of their wife. Ben and Helen had been married for over 36 years. One day, as Helen was driving to the grocery store to buy something, she had an accident and she was rushed to the hospital. Throughout her stay in the hospital, her husband Ben was always by her bedside. He refused to go home. He was always following the doctors and the nurses around and saying, "You should do all that you have to do. My wife must not die. My wife must not die." For 2 weeks that the lady was in the hospital, he refused to go home. He was always there by her side. And thank God, at the end of the day, the lady survived. She didn't die. And they were discharged. Everybody was happy. But before they left the hospital, I had one-on-one discussion with Ben. And I was able to find out from him, why didn't he go home? Why was he, so uneasy and was saying that he rather die instead of the wife dying? And it's from the discussion I had with him, I was able to find out the reasons why some men die sooner after the death of their wife. And so, let me share with you what I found out from the discussion I had with Ben. One thing is that most men are loners. They always stay by themselves. They don't really socialize and connect like women do. It's always the women in the house, the wives, that make the connection, the social connection, and relating with people, neighbors, and the colleagues and other people. They always concentrate on their work and their home. Some might just go, to club, and they don't really spend much time like that. That women are always the social being that is always in the house. They make the house very warm. And so, when a man loses his wife, especially in their old age, it's always very difficult for them to be able to, put themselves together. Men cannot manage the emotional stress brought about by the death of their wives. And when they are emotionally stressed, especially in their older years, it will trigger up stress hormones in their body, which will trigger up a lot of chronic diseases and which can lead to their death. The women are emotional beings. We know how to pour out our emotions. That is why women cry easily, thereby letting out emotion when something hurts them. Men don't normally cry easily like that, and so they don't normally pour out the emotions. They bottle up the emotion, and that bottling up hurts them because it skyrockets their stress hormones, which is not good for their body. That's why many of them die immediately their wife, because they could not handle, they're not able to handle the stress brought about by the death of their wives. Most men don't really know how to care for themselves. It is their wives most of the time that take care of their personal hygiene, their well-being, manage their hospital appointments, and other health care. And so when they lose their wives, or they become so disorganized, they wouldn't know where to start. Many of them don't even know when they have their appointment, where to go or what to do in any kind of emergency. Their wife is always their backbone, that they lean on. And you see why they are unable to manage themselves when they lose their wife. Another thing is that men don't really have many close friends like women. Women are social beings. We have friends, we make a lot of friends in our neighborhood, in our workplace, even in our children's school, where we take them to school, even when we take them to their games. It's the women that do all these runs, and in doing all these runs, they pick a lot of friends. So men don't really have many close friends that will come together to give them emotional support when they lose their wives. And so when they lose their wives, they are always without support, and that disorganizes them, and that makes them just to give up on life and lead to their death. It's always very difficult for men to support each other the way women support each other. When a woman, loses her husband, other women will just come around, stay with her, give her support. Some even, they take turn to sleep and encourage her and, make her not to feel isolated, But in the case of men, they don't really have that real close relationship with each other. And so they are always highly isolated when they lose their wives. And this is also very tragic in the life of men. So I have to advise men. I really advise men, that they should have some sort of connection with each other. While working in your offices, have some connection. Have connection with other men. Be in the life of your children. Take them to their games and connect with other people, other parents that bring their children. In the neighborhood, attend neighborhood meetings. Know who are your neighbors. Connect with them. It's not only the women that you will not just leave them to know who are the neighbors and you get information from your wife concerning your neighbors. No, connect, be able to socialize, so that you never can tell. Things happen, life happen to people. You never can tell who will be the first to leave, leaving the other person behind. And so, men should try to socialize more, so that they will be able to cope when life happens. Do you think that a man can do better, or do you think that they can cope when things happen? I want you to drop your view in the comment section. Let me hear your opinion about this and the advice you have to give some men and women, especially in our old age. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and comment. Share this video and let the people or other people also see value from the content that you are consuming. Thank you so much. Bye. See you in the next video.